Good morning. How are we all doing this morning? Hey, Luck.
Good, going well.
Nice, Dave. Good to see you here. Alrighty. Cool. Let's have a little recap of yesterday, and then we'll get into today's ideas. Let's go back over here. So we didn't see. It was a pretty quiet day in the whole scheme of things. We did get it was still moved 83 pips, so it's not the worst session that we've ever had. That's for sure. Like it's actually okay. It's definitely not 120, which is the median of a London volume for German 40. But it just didn't really seem to ever have any real substantial moves in this. The best moves was what happened at the end of the stream yesterday. This little push down. I wanted to highlight something that I noticed. So the previous day, this is on Tuesday. So Tuesday, we took longs on here. Once price had hit this little support area, price had given like a nice little 5-minute liquidity candle, and then price sort of pushed up and then ranged a little bit, and then finally was able to push out of this area. And I was looking to hold price until 16,580, so which is bang on here. Now I want to highlight this area that's on it wasn't on the 5-minute time frame, but I did say during this little bit of the Tuesday stream that we've created like a little bit of a range, and that was when we saw these kind of rejections right here. So these two candles. Okay, so price had pushed up, it gave a rejection candle, and that was rejecting from the bottom of this like Asian low, and then it did another rejection from underneath. So kind of like counteracting that first bearish rejection. It's in line with the rejections from here, but I said after that, there's likely that this has created like a little range that we're probably going to stay in. Now, what happened afterwards was we finally broke out the top side. So when I scaled into this position, this is what I was wanting to see, something actually just close outside of this range. So eventually did. Right over here, this is when it closed out. Now keep your eye on this range, so because unless we're closing back underneath this side, we can push up, we can come back in, we can reject off the top, or we can break inside of this range again and go all the way down to the bottom before it finds that momentum to the upside. And that's what it did. So price pushed up, you can see how it closed back inside, and then it made its whole way back down to the base of this range before it finally found that enough support with incoming US volume to be able to push up into this Asian 50% area. Now I want to flag this because the same thing happened yesterday that I pointed out. So let's just skip that, and we'll come over to here. So at this point I'll just replay here. Price came down, we pushed back up. We pushed back up this time to the Asian low, okay, and then again, it wasn't on, which time frame was it on? Maybe it was the 5-minute on yesterday's. 3-minute maybe. Let's play it forward a little bit. Oh wait a second, it was over. Where was it? Oh, right here. Right here. So we've got a rejection. Let me just move that drawing. We've got a rejection from the top side. You can see how this wick is higher than the ones to the left. Okay. And then we've got a little rejection from the bottom side. So together these candles make that range. So we got into sells. Well, I got into sells. I thought I pushed the button on this one about this point, but it didn't actually trigger. So maybe pause and think, oh, was that a sign? Then I eventually got in on this one a little bit later. Now, this area, if this is the range, these wick rejections from here to here, what I was saying that once price pushed down, I was going to hold my selling bias unless we close outside of here. So I don't mind if it sort of comes back down and does its thing, and even close back inside this area. I was still only going to keep a selling bias unless we're closing outside of here. So my ideal target was this green section that I wanted to see because of things to the left, but then also once it does, like, there was not much volume, so even just retesting the low would have been a fine target. Price took ages, it just drifted and drifted and drifted and drifted, but eventually it gave. I had some pending orders here to add in to this position, and approximately about here with a stop loss up here, assuming that we could push down to this area. So decent risk reward. I was out in the city when that happened. I saw price had pulled down, had sort of come back all the way and just missed my entries. So I only had the one remaining trade that I got in initially, which did go into drawdown. I didn't move the stop loss. I kept my stop losses above here. And then eventually New York volume was what it needed to be able to push down to retest this low again. Now we finally close above this area. So we've seen a little pop early. Where is it? I'll just skip this, waste our time. So we've seen it pop up with the German Open. It's popped up straight up into this support area, which was our London low previously. So I'm actually not really sure which direction we're going to go today just yet. Hey Daniel. Just going to sit and wait and watch and see what this next 18 minutes does. So this is the London, let me just remove this. This is the Frankfurt Open candle. That one there. So it just opened with, actually just drove up like nearly, what was it? 30 pips in pretty quickly, matter of seconds. So let's see. I think it will make its way back down to at least the Asian high. At that stage, the 30-minute candle. We'll see how this one's going to close. But this hour candle together, it's going to look like it's going to flip bearish if it makes its way down to this Asian high. So I'm not sure how to interpret this. Looks like a rejection, but we're at a pretty low area. This was an area that I was pretty keen on back in the left some time ago. So anyway, we've got a little bit to wait and see what Germany's going to do. We'll check the news in a second. Naz was pretty good last night. Pretty good. Is Samir here? No, he's not. I was slow, but there was a lovely trade from the support area I had. Gave a nice rejection candle, especially on the 4 minutes. You can see it. So lovely rejection from the support area. Then price just looked like staircase going up. I only jumped in on this one. Took it up to here. Then jumped in for a sell. This is the New York Stock Exchange Open, right over here. And so you can imagine how much liquidity was inside this wick. And you can see this candle that formed at the high. So annoyingly, I entered this sell, stop loss up, and then as it was pushing down, moved my stops to break even, which just got tagged by the spread. All that time of not moving my stops to break even, and then that one got me out. Anyway, pretty nice moves, but it gave her a late recovery. So I'm actually wondering if stocks have had a brief respite from the bearish moves that we've been seeing. German's a little bit tricky because we've got clean candles here now. So if we start getting a bit more recession narrative fears, we can continue driving down. But until then, you know, we are sort of inside this zone. I'd like to wait and see how this 30-minute candle is going to look like before I start putting some risk on the table. Lead left hand, German 40 breaks and closes below today's Asia low. You're thinking price might move its way to test the monthly close below. Charts around 16. What was that, Glenn?
Got a no candle there too, mate. That day over at that monthly level.
Over to the left.
Yeah, you can see it on that time frame you were just on.
On the daily. Oh, down over here.
Yeah.
You're a bit staticky today. It's different.
Well, how about now?
Keep talking.
Yeah, better. No.
Nah, it's kinda. There's definitely distortion as soon as you open the mic.
Fair enough. Don't stress. If need be, I'll turn it off.
No, mate, keep talking. Otherwise, it'll just be. Yeah. So, Lee left hands. What is your name, if you don't mind me asking? It's easier to say. Lead left hand doesn't roll off my tongue. So underneath Asian low, saying back down to the monthly level. Oh, that's a long way drop, isn't it? 160 pips. Oh, Johan. Okay, that's a bit easier than me for me to say. Yeah, I mean, we didn't actually tap into this green. We got very close, but didn't quite get there. Hey, Peter, how are you? Yeah. See, let's check the news. Oh, big drop. Oh shit, Aussie unemployment. Jeez, it's a huge miss. Not a lot of news again. What about financial juice? ECB meeting minutes. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no real. There's nothing immediate that the market will think, oh look, let's play this narrative into the, like, digest this news. So we're gonna have to, I'm sure there'll be probably some other speakers that disappear out of the woodwork. Asian equities are still struggling. Okay, well, it's going to be one of those days then, I think. Expect the unexpected. Hey, Ivan. Good to see you, mate. I haven't seen you for ages. Tom, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Alright, Bruce. First time here. Nice to see other traders like German foot as well. No, welcome here, mate. Okay, well, I think we've got the retest for Asian high at some stage. So I'm going to be very careful of any breakout longs. And in fact, if we do push up into these areas, I'll look for, I might look to trade down to the Asian high. let it continue on this downward trajectory that we've been on since since this week. But we've had a down day Monday, down day Tuesday, down day Wednesday. Is Thursday going to be the bit of the correction day, or we're going to push down again and then have a late correction, and then Friday maybe recover? Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that, buddy. Oh, you just got back from Europe. Oh, that's right. You said you were away. Nice. Well, I hope you had a nice break, mate. Good to have you back. Good to see the crew returning slowly and surely. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah. Like, we keep the heater on, but I sit next to the window, so it's still cold. Yeah, so I wonder if this, in 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes, if we can get like a decent close, and I wonder if we can get an initial pop with London Open to fill this wick, and then start seeing price slowly reject, which will then make its way back down. But that's a lot of speculating, so I would like to see some sort of price action to confirm that idea. But this area I think could be, this zone could be the area where it shows a bit of rejection, maybe a bit of a pullback. I'll wait and see what London Open does. If London Open opens with no bottom wick and then just goes straight up, then I'll look to trade back down at some stage. I'll wait to, like, I won't just impulsively enter it. I'll wait to see some sort of rejection from the top of the London session, as we discussed yesterday, and see if we can, because if we open a no bottom wick, just go straight up, I don't think that'll be the low of the London session. So that way it gives me a target, an easy target in mind. Just got to wait to see where my entry is going to be in, based on price action. The one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is this sell-off on the 4-hour chart. We are very bullish still, right? We're still very, very bullish, and we have had some recessionary fears creep in, which is leading to a pullback, but still, this could just be a simple pullback before global optimism still comes in of a soft landing in the US, which German 40 is quite correlated with their equity markets. So it might not be the easiest thing to short this market. What are your ideas, guys? What else are you thinking? Oh, Russ. That's cold, mate. That window.
Yeah, a bit chilly in the office this morning.
You're in the top, aren't you? Top.
Yeah.
What are we outside? Gold had a nice recovery as well. Let's talk about gold quickly. So gold sank like a stone. Can't believe how much it was just moving. Got all the way down, and I was very keen just to buy. But I thought it'd be a bit silly to sort of buy if price does drop lower, especially paying the swap fees overnight. And then this was just too late for me to look at it then. But we recovered from, yeah, basically, nearly 90 pips already. But from the lows up to the highs here, we covered 130 or $13. I still keep saying I think 2000's the floor. I don't think we'll really have many significant breaks underneath 2000. Could rip it down underneath, but I think we should kind of settle above all the time. Yeah, and is that for gold or is that for German? For German, yeah, okay, yeah. You talking about this monthly level? The one above? Or the one that you said earlier? This one down here? The one below? Oh, yeah, yeah. Tom, you're thinking sell to buy. Peter, a little unsure, but think longs might be okay. Yeah, that's what helps support gold's price, is that premium. Okay, 2.5 minutes. So I kind of hope London just opens with a bang. And then I'd like to see this area, this little drift, being at this Asian high. Take out this low. I'd like to see this. I'd like to see at some stage this hit. So I'd like to see something like this. Don't know how high this will go though. But if we can get some sign which like like rejection candles, maybe engulfing candles, then that'll be a clue to give it a short, especially if London just opens and goes straight up. $30 minutes looking really strong. Okay.
I'm actually going to throw my balls on the line here. I think we might spike up and then sell off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just gonna go turn the light off. Got 20 seconds to do that.
Hit run.
Daniel's got a sell zone 16.51. Alright, this is the open. It didn't give us a gift of a no wick candle.
I did enter a sell just right on that. I had a very quick spike in the euro.
Well, this is getting to the target now. What a damn it! This is where I thought was definitely a target area. Just I wanted to go up then down, not down.
It tested high. I closed 80% as soon as we touched that Asian high. I didn't expect it to hit it in one 1 minute candle, but
Yeah, good one.
anti-scalpers wouldn't like me.
Who's what?
The anti-scalpers would not like me.
Oh, I see. It's not a valid trade then, unless it's been 3 minutes.
Yeah. Not a valid trade when it moves 31 pips in 1 minute.
Scout boys are on their way.
Yeah. Who are you? The scalp police?
People always kiss rivers, mate.
Nice one, Glenn.
That double top there was right at the top of that zone I flagged to you yesterday, Hayden. I put a screenshot in the German channel.
Mm-hmm.
That it was from the 1st to the 5th of December. Alright, don't look now.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Alright, so if we're rating this liquidity, can I anticipate now we go up to this area?
Some 5 minute structure in that. Oh, not 5 minutes, sorry. There's an Asian structure which I think you've got flagged. I think that's basically it.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Asian 50%, New York low, this area.
Yeah, I've got too high. Again, I've got that screenshot in Discord as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did not expect that to happen in 1 minute. Straight into the buy area.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if there's a candle here, like. Otherwise I wanted to sell down to that area, but now it's already here without going up. I am interested in buys, but I don't want to buy right here just yet without. Kind of want to see it do a fake out.
Yeah.
Or if it does, or start building some decent structure and then take on one of these, like as it starts leaving this area. The thing that will stop me from getting into anything is if it's a V shape. If it's just a V shape, it's pretty hard for me to do anything. Hey Dan, how are you, mate? Looking forward to the catch up tomorrow. It's been a while. Alright, so that's the plan now. It's already hit the target area. So either option A pushes up, fake out, comes back up. Option 2 is it starts slowly making these stairs up and then trying to target towards this area. I'll go all chart view so I can sort of keep an eye on a few time frames. So down here, I'll do 15 minutes. No, I'll do 30 minutes bottom left. Top left will be 15 minutes. Okay. Top right will be 5 minutes. And bottom right will be our fastest time frame, 3 minutes. So just curious what's going to happen in this zone. Either fake out or start building structure. Just don't want to see a V shape. V shape, I'll just leave it alone. Target today will be 16,485. All right, I'm going to change the time frames. 15 minute, bottom left. 5 minute, top left. 3 minute, top right. 1 minute, bottom right. And let's see what these little minutes do. But I don't want to exit. Sorry, I don't want to enter unless the 3 minutes looking good. But I do want to see how the 3 minutes been made up, because maybe I'll look at the 4 minute as well. Looking for some sign of a reaction from here. Prepared as well. It could overshoot, and it can come further down. Like, it may not stop here. That's why I'm just waiting to see. I wanted to see this is that first little part, so you can imagine when I was talking about with this little move down, that this has been that fake out. It's going to get really messy on these other time frames. Joey, may want to grab all Asian liquidity before heading up, and then coming back down. It could, yeah, it could. All right, 3 minutes fighting for his life over here. All right, looking good. Going to give it a first shot. I'm going to have entered here. Willing for this to be. I'm going to keep my stop loss down over here, in case there's a bit of volatility. My first trade, often last week, wasn't a good one to take. Bear in mind, so keep your risk low, right?
Yeah, higher resistance.
Yeah, we need to start breaking some of these.
5 candles ago, that bullish engulfing candle looked nice on the 1 minute.
Okay, come on. Now we've got a little bit of structure here on the 3 minute, as you can see. It's kind of created like a little double top, and then like it's got a little base here. So breaking this high right over here and closing inside will be a good opportunity for it to complete that clean candle. So can we get a closure inside? Or better yet, just do a 1 candle.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Close inside. Just don't give us a little fake out. Stay inside. It's right on that. If I zoom in on this 1 minute, it's kind of, it's like equal.
Yeah, 1 minute is a short-term reversal pattern.
Reversal to this side.
To the top side.
Yeah.
Just to at least potentially fill this range.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We had that support. We've then created a higher support, broke at resistance. We then created another support up at the previous resistance. So hopefully that gives it enough momentum just to fill that zone.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But then we've got to break this support. Trigger yet, Hayden?
Yeah, I was in here. Yeah.
Cool. I got in on this one. I love that. I like that candle. I closed it somewhere here, and I had another position after this guy here, which I haven't touched yet. Gold broke support, so I'm shorting that down.
Nice.
There she, there she.
Yeah, come on.
A bit too quick.
Beauty. Well, above 1-to-1, so make sure it's not going to lose anymore. However you want to do that. Strategies.
The purple one.
Was that?
What's the purple one?
This one?
Yeah.
I got no idea. Where'd that come from? Was that there before? Was I just like looking past it?
I don't know. Just watched it and pulled back.
Did I? Oh no, it's my box. It was a box. It was just looked like a single line. I've never used purple line, so it was this consolidation over here.
Yeah, the one that we marked out. Yeah,
This one. Yeah, I had that as initially. I had it up to just highlight a point to say this is a bit of a consolidation, and then I moved it down the grey area. Now it just looked like a line. Okay, sorry, it's not being very steady in the charts. I was just moving things around. All right, so we close back inside. There's a little bit of structure here on the lower time frame. It'd be nice if we just continue pushing up, but don't let this become a losing trade. So what I was saying is your options are either take some partials, move stops to break even, or just move to break even. Every time you move to break even, you're increasing the probability of it coming down, retesting, and then going again. The other option is taking some profits off the table and moving your stop loss up partially as well. Or the one I like is I don't want to influence anyone, but if price does come to my entry, if I'm watching price, what I'll do is I'll let it touch it, but I don't want to see something close below it. If something closes below it and then breaks the low, to me it's just get out. But I've seen many times it comes down to my entry and it touches it with a wick but closes bullish. After it's touched it with a wick and it's starting to push up, then I can move it to a hard stop loss. So I'm allowing for it to retest. That's if I'm watching it. Obviously you can't apply that risk management if you're not watching it. So you just don't let something that's been running basically 20 pips in profit to become a loss. Now, what's the probability that this is the high and this is the low of the London session? Do we think one of these is the high or the low?
No.
So if we think it's going to make a new high, at some stage make a new low, then like it's this trade, you want to make sure that, like, say it's another reason why. If you think it's the absolute low of the session, then yeah, you might be in a really good position. But if you don't think it's the high or the low of the session, then you don't want to like just let this become a loss, you know. All right, kind of annoying that it's coming back at this area.
Line retest.
Yeah, when price sweeps Asia high first and then sweeps and closes Asia low, my thinking is that the London high has been established and I'm bearish for NYSE. Not sure how consistent this setup is though. Oh, that's a good one to backtest. To me, that's the retest done. So I really don't want to see things breaking that low. All right, what are we at for gold? Gold 2011. I'll look at NAS for New York session. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the way it's hesitating to break, we're either going to break impulsively once we're above this zone. Otherwise, we're gonna drive lower and maybe then Asian lows in focus. Okay, me personally, I'm taking some off the table here. So I'm locking in some profits. Really don't want to, I hope it just continues to breaks, but I want to lock in something for the session. It's a nice close. Really nice close. To give an example, what I was scaling out then, I scaled at 40%. So I'm leaving the majority on. It's just now I've got at least, I've recouped that bullet that I used on this trade. So if it still runs, I'm still pretty happy with it. But if it comes down, I've had something to show for it, for basically a one-to-one trade. And I'm gonna get a coffee so I can just not watch this, because I hate watching it when it's doing nothing. When it's just hesitating, making me like wonder if it's gonna go up or down. I hate watching it. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Not a bad idea.
Alrighty. How we looking?
making my holes.
Yeah, no, I was watching it.
Rhetorical question, eh?
Yeah, I can see from the coffee machine. I can see like this is when it's darker blue from a distance. Oh no. Well, we completed that clean candle. So at some stage, up 30 pips. Come on, hold.
There's a no way you can see Mills coming.
Yeah, it's just past it.
I was in that short and closed it.
Oh, damn it. Yeah. Just gonna... That's annoying. 30 minutes looking like it was a fake out from the upside. Came up, made a top wick. And then starting to push down. Alright. Well, hope so. Did you guys take... who took it? Who took it and took some profit from it? Didn't run all the way to target, which is okay. This is okay. Still managed to push up 30 pips. Oh, maybe I'm still... No, maybe just, oh no, I'm out. I'm out for sure. I'll confirm though.
That's what my buyers, and then I've bought back into that.
Joey got it, yep, nice one. Chris not trading tonight. Daniel didn't take it. And he got 25 pips, awesome. Tom, small profit. Dan M, 22 pips. Cool. All right, hopefully it's not another London session like yesterday, which was just more or less chop. I've not seen any of those little range boxes. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, I'm not seeing. So, other than that first idea, looking for the bounce from this London Asian high, and once we saw the lovely candle, and then got in on this red candle, price pushed up, managed to only get 30 pips out of it. I mean, I didn't get 30 pips. I was hoping it was going to get the full target, because this Monday started off badly. Tuesday was really good. Yesterday was really good. So I was willing to let this one try run to target. So I only took 40 pips. 40% of my trade at 20 pips. So I never got this last little bit. And then the runners out now. So all good. Now I'm not looking for. I'm not looking for buys anymore. Not yet, anyway. I think I'll look for buys once it pushes down to this area here. But I think it could, like, if we're pushing down into this Asian low, we've probably picked up a lot of momentum at that stage. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. I don't really want to take sells initially, like right now, because I had that bullish bias initially. So it's going to take me a little time to watch price and then sort of maneuver my way into another trade idea. I mean, this could just be the retest of this candle here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just wait and see. Retest on 5 minute. I mean, as long as it stays in this buy zone, you could be taking buys, and then we just don't want to see this area break. Anyway, if you guys like what you're seeing, give the stream on the YouTube side, give it a like if you can. Be much appreciated. Okay, what about non-German 40 pairs? Does anyone have any ideas? Any like trap and exit sort of style? What we covered on the study session? Has anyone gone through some pairs? I'm pretty keen for Euro Aussie sells.
Yeah, that's been trending nicely, isn't it?
It has been. It has been, and I'm kind of bullish on Aussie. I know it's kind of crazy. It's just been pushing and pushing and pushing. But I was doing my little review at the start of the week, and I was actually pretty keen on waiting, like not necessarily like as a day trade, but looking for over the course of the next quarter. I see Aussie outperforming Euro. So I was wondering if we can see a little bit of, like if it pulls back, it's pulled back quite a lot. To be honest, it's been a bullish week so far. But I'm keen to see this eventually roll over and then short Euro Aussie. Thanks, Glenn, for doing that. Manny, thank you very much. Joey, watching Euro New Zealand for long, pulling back nice at the moment. Johan, like the trade later at NYSE, confused with Naz wants to go. Oh yeah. Naz, it'd be much better to trade that in New York session, for sure. So I'll be doing the same thing. I'm not gonna. It's kind of no point in me doing analysis during this London session, because I kind of want to see what the London high and London low is, and then look for New York to use that range to trade. So me trying to anticipate where London's going to go, and then anticipate how New York will react to that. I'm putting too much subjectivity into my trading. Okay, so for German though, I don't think London has made a high. We haven't even retested its own high. So at the moment, it looks like it's just stuck in a bit of a range, a bit of a holding pattern. Let me just clear some of this stuff now because it's looking messy as. Hold a second. Alright, has there been any new headlines? No headlines. So I'm guessing, well, I'm assuming that this price action is a reflection of today. What is the catalyst for today? What's going to move the markets? What are they going to build their trade flows around. At the moment, there's no economic data releases, and we don't have any comments from central bank figures. So it's reflective that there doesn't seem to be a lot of momentum. Prices, it's okay. It's like it's a decent little range. So if you are a range trader, just buying from the bottom and selling from the top, allowing that there may be a fake out or two. But we're not really seeing any moves ripping down. How many cowboys are here that took the retest?
Me.
I know that one. There's one cowboy. You got a cowboy hat as well.
No, it's in the truck at the moment, but.
Oh yeah. Oh, Tom, you didn't take it. If I had to put a bet on, it would have been Tom and Glenn.
You throw the 1 minute on.
Yes, sir.
I'll show you what I did. Your box is perfect from where I've already got it, but once we've touched into this this zone here, we've got those engulfing candles here, and we've got this wick. We created that little bit higher wick and broke the last little resistance, and then again this candle here closed above. I waited for it to pull back down and then grabbed it.
Yeah, makes sense.
But again, just trading it up to these resistances. Like they're only small trades. Like don't fool yourself. You're not gonna.
So what I see as well here is I know it's the 1 minute, and I don't like doing price action on the 1 minute, but this is one of those range boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, and we close outside of it.
Out of it.
So to me, this becomes my support now.
Yeah.
So wouldn't mind trading back up. Yep. And then even if it comes down, I would say it's worth giving it another shot to see if it holds. Once we start closing outside of here, then it's going downtown.
We're sitting in that channel that you can probably see. I'm not expecting a huge move, but it may only retest some of these resistances and then come back and grab liquidity again. Who knows?
Yep. Yeah. When there's no real market driver, it is better to not expect like lofty moves. Don't try to hit home runs in these kind of conditions.
So even if you're just scaling out partials at the next resistance, when it pulls back to a support, you can add your whatever you've just scaled out back in again, and you're in front again, and you risk off for the day. Again, that's my strategy. It doesn't mean it will work for everyone, but you've got to be willing to close it really quick if you're wrong.
Yeah, and it also depends on what platform you're using. If you're using some platforms where you can't just have got one-click trading, it's gonna be very, very difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah. It's even hard on C Trader. You can do it, but there's a few extra steps.
Right.
You've got to be ready to go.
Alrighty, well, Zoom people, stay on. YouTube, I'm going to end it. We'll be back tomorrow, okay, for Friday. But while it's in this kind of holding conditions, I'm not really expecting too much. I'll give what I'm thinking. Whose is that? Is that mine? Yeah, that's mine. I can clear that. There we go. Without really a fundamental driver today, I'm not really sure what kind of moves we're going to get. And because there's nothing really scheduled, at least until the US session when this Bostic speaks or the US claims come in, I'm not really sure what's going to happen during this London session. So someone needs to say something to move the market, because we don't really have any scheduled news. But from a technical point of view, I do like this Asian 50% and New York, this gray area, as a potential high. If we can start breaking out of this area, if we start breaking above that and then getting closures, then the next level is Asian high over here to sweep. So I think it will be pushing up until this level. If we can get some momentum to the top side, I'd say it's more likely that we kind of hover around here, unless something changes. But I think we'd hover up and then would eventually make our way back down and eventually take out this Asian low as well. But it could be a choppy day, given that we've already had three down days in a row. Okay, 3 down days, and we are at a level which, you know, this is a sensitive area. If this can break, we could see some heavy selling. But maybe Thursday, after the first 3 days being down, maybe Thursday is going to be a little bit wishy-washy. So we don't really have any good volume. Maybe the volume will come in late, but I don't expect it to come in the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to get going now. Wish you guys the best. Tune in tomorrow again. We'll try, hopefully get a bit of a better London Open where we get some more volatility. My people on Zoom, stay on, because we're going to have a chat about some other things. All right. So YouTube, good luck. Keep your risk low. Okay. Plan your trades. Trade your plan. I'll see you tomorrow.
That sounds like a good slogan for a t-shirt, Hayden.
Maybe I should look at some t-shirts.